What's up, internet? My name's Sammy Five Master and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I literally just finished Netflix's docuseries Tiger King, which I'm sure you've seen all over the internet. Y'all, this show, I don't understand how people like this exist. Oh my gosh, it is the wildest show. Like, I'm not gonna do it justice when I summarize all of this because so many things happen that I'm like, how? Who does this? And why? There's not a whole lot of why to any of this show. It's so crazy. And the fact that all of it actually happened makes it like insane. Oh my goodness. So I don't know if I should say spoiler alert because I'm going to talk about it, but it's all real life events that have been in the news. So I don't know what the etiquette is here. If you want to watch the show and don't want to know anything about it, just stop this video, go watch it, then come back here. I'll see you in like 8 hours. But if you've watched the show or you don't consider facts spoilers, then keep watching. So this docuseries follows a man in Oklahoma named Joe Exotic. And this man, he's a character. He is a, like, can I help you? Come here. Come here. This is the only tiger that I own. This is my 17-year-old cat, whose name is Tiger, because I was not very creative with names at 6 years old. But apparently he doesn't like the video so far. Pardon that interruption. So this docuseries, it took about 5 years to make. This guy just following this man from Oklahoma named Joe Exotic, who owns this like little, not little, I guess it's fairly big, roadside zoo that mainly holds tigers and lions, like big cats, animals like that. Has a few other animals, but mainly big cats. Now Joe, he's a character. There's definitely only one Joe Exotic in the world. He's something. He really hates this like big cat activist lady. Down in Tampa. Her name's Carole Baskin. And this whole like series follows the war between them, and it shows like how it escalated to the point of Joe getting arrested in 2018 for allegedly hiring somebody to kill Carole. What this whole series, it just kind of follows that, and then like there's a lot of little things unrelated to their feud that happen as well. It's a lot. There is so much. I mean, it's only 7 episodes and they're all only like 45 minutes, but I feel like I got so much information in that time period. You just had to keep watching because each episode leaves off with something a little more crazy than the last episode did. So you're like, well, I gotta see what that's about now. Definitely, if you've got nothing else to do, watch you some Tiger King. Since it's a docuseries, there's a lot of interviews going on. Like with a bunch of different people, like everybody Joe works with, everybody Carole works with, some people in the big cat industry. I learned a whole lot about the big cat industry that I didn't know existed. I thought it was illegal nationwide to own tigers, like as pets. Apparently it's not. Carole's whole goal down at her little sanctuary is to rescue like tigers that people have bought as pets and are now abusing because they're not the cute little cuddly cub that, you know, people fall in love with because they're tigers. They grow to be huge. So she wants to like rescue that whole scene. She wants to like overhaul all that. Carole wants to make it like illegal for people to breed tigers specifically for their cubs so they can make money off like people playing with the cubs basically. But she wants to stop all that. She thinks Joe's doing a whole lot of illegal stuff because he does all that. He owns all these tigers and he does breed them to have cubs because he makes a lot of money off of people coming to play with them. But, you know, he says he cares for them really well and everything, and he doesn't euthanize them when they age out of, like, the cute little cub phase. Joe hates Carole with a passion, hence why he eventually gets arrested for murder for hire. Every chance that he gets, he mentions how much he hates her. So it's well known. And since we have free speech, he says it all over the internet. And people get interviewed in this show that are in the big cat industry. This guy named Doc Antle, who owns kind of a similar situation that Joe has in Oklahoma. He kind of has a nicer version of that in South Carolina, and it definitely looks more professional, more well run. But Doc Antle, in my opinion, is a huge creep. Like, this man, he has 4 wives, and all of them he met through him being their boss when they were teenagers. They came to work for him as teenagers, and for them to kind of move up the ladder at the zoo, they had to sleep with him. That's creepy. He is a creep. Ain't illegal. Isn't that illegal? But this dude, I just don't like him. Every time that he gets on the screen, I'm like, ugh, no, how are you not in jail? He is definitely smarter than Joe is when it comes to, like, he equally hates Carole, but isn't going to spew it all over the internet, and definitely not going to hire somebody to kill her. But he gives a lot of insight, because apparently they all know each other pretty well in the cat industry. But he gives a lot of insight into, like, these little things that happen, and how things should be run, and the difference between, like, his place and Joe's place. Joe is an eclectic person. He has 2 husbands, which neither one are actually gay. So that's interesting. But I'll let y'all watch the show to unpack. There's a lot that goes on there, so I'll let you watch that. So Carole got all of her money to start her sanctuary from her dead, pretty sure he's definitely dead by now, second husband, who disappeared. I 100% believe that Carole killed him, like, without a doubt. She definitely had something to do with him disappearing. Since they owned a bunch of tigers at the time, so seems like it could be fairly easy to get rid of a body at a tiger zoo. That's like a big thing throughout this show, is Joe's always like, Carole killed her husband, I want her to go to jail for that. Carole always denies it, but she knows way too many details about how you could, like, kill somebody at her specific park. So, like, that's a little creepy. Suspicious. Yeah, so she remarried, and her third husband here are running this sanctuary. There's some interesting people too. Everybody in the big cat industry is just like, whoa, they're out there. That's all that I'm going to say for, like, plot line. Because that's the main thing you need to know, is that Joe and Carole hate each other, and because of that, all of this stuff just kind of happens. And there's so many people in this show that should be in jail. Like, most of Joe's employees, I think, they didn't have any idea what was going on here. They were just trying to take care of these animals. I just don't understand how people like this exist. Doesn't make sense to me. I'm gonna rate this show 5 stars for crazy, because it's for sure crazy. And it's very addicting. So it's one of those shows that you, like, have to watch to know the story. You have to watch the whole thing in one sitting, which makes me feel bad. I highly recommend you watching it, especially if you have nothing else to do. It's only 7 episodes. You can finish it. If you don't want to watch it all in one day, I understand. You can watch it over a couple of days, which might be better for your mental health, honestly. I don't know how to, like, describe it well, other than these 2 people hate each other, and because of that, so many things happen. There's so many things that I could talk about. This video would be like 3 hours long, so I'm not going to do that to you. Let me know if you agree with me that Carole killed her husband. Let me know if you think that Joe's actually guilty or not. Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Please go watch this show just to, like, bask in the insanity with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more stuff like it, subscribe and hit that bell down there. Well, I guess I will see you next time. Bye!